big website, right? Like
Yeah,
that was
it still exists, but it's not big anymore.
okay. What was it?
collectiondx.com
What is it
was
again? I'm
the
sorry, I stepped
oh
all over you.
collectiondx.com was
Okay.
at one point tremendously popular, and I was making good real money, and I had staff, and I would pay people and send
No
them to
shit.
Comic-Con, and we did like 110 episodes of a show on YouTube. And this is all pre-podcast. We started doing video reviews in 2004.
Oh
Like
wow.
It's
we've
early.
been online for 20 years, right? And really what happens is the landscape just changes, right? Like people move to TikTok and Twitter and social media, and back then we did well because we were one of a handful of people doing video reviews, and now you look at it, the whole of YouTube is reviewing and commenting on things. And I just didn't have the hustle to keep up in that landscape. So it does exist still. It's sometimes updated when I get a new toy and I want to feel nostalgic about it. But I've really backed off of that in focus of art the last few years, because it was the flip side. I ran that site as a second job, through all the 2000s and 2010s, and all my art, I didn't do anything art wise, really.
Were you making a living on just the Collection DX website?
I had a day job too,
Okay.
So that was the day job. And then, I mean, I probably, if didn't have like a family of four and a mortgage to support,
Yeah.
I probably could have made a living on that,
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
But I did have to pay some people. I had another guy who owned it with me who unfortunately passed away. So it wasn't just me. So I had to spread it out a little bit,
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Now, for toys, is it just toys that you do, or is it, because you're talking about robots more, and I'm trying to look in the back of your shelf, and I'm seeing a lot of robots, but is it all toys or is it robots? Mostly robots.
I mean, what you're seeing is robots, but I got Star Wars shelves over there. I got Legos. I got some anime figures. I got Godzilla stuff and kaiju.
Nice.
It's sort of like what I'm into. Like, so you won't see like He-Man or G.I. Joe or Turtles as a rule, because I'm not into it. It's not my thing. So it's really just a collection of stuff that I like, and I will review it. And at the time, companies were throwing $500 robots at me to review, and I didn't have to pay for them.
That's nice.
So it was really great. We'd be the first to get them, and there's all these overseas YouTubers that just score them out of the factory. It's ridiculous.
No, rules. Free stuff is the best.
Right?
It is true. Like once you're at that level, how much would you say on the ballpark figure do you spend on like importing like these figures a month? Would you say?
I've slowed down a lot.
Did you?
Probably
okay.
Yeah, I said I don't buy a lot. Really, I'm out of space,
Okay.
for all these things. The Star Wars just announced their new HasLab for the Rebels ship, and it's going to be like $500, and it's 3 feet long and 2 feet wide. And I'm already like, where the hell is it going to go? So yeah, I don't spend. I have a guy in Japan that will fill up a box for me, and maybe like once a quarter, I'll send him like $600, and he'll send me a box of robots. It's that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's not super crazy.
What is your favorite? Oh, go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, when you're talking about running out of space, when we moved, I lost a lot of wall space. So I got rid of most of my toys, and I'm like, you know what? It really kind of was sad to get rid of them, but I didn't miss them. But what I missed was the collecting, going to the store, going in there and trying to find that one thing you're looking for. And I remember picking up, like, I'm looking at this wall in front of me that you can't see. It's all the vintage Star Wars figures all up on the wall. You don't even see what color the wall is. It's just all figures. But that all started with me going, you know what? I'm just going to get a Luke Skywalker and a Stormtrooper, because those were the first two I bought as kids. As a kid, I want to have those. 900 figures later, I'm still going. The other big one that I have been like really addicted to is the new Superpowers ones that McFarlane Toys is putting out.
I heard those are good. Yeah.
Those are right above me, right up here. But it's what I also like too is the price of those. They're I think they're about 6-7 inch figure. The packaging is great, and they're under $10.
Yeah,
And
that's fantastic.
you can justify that. Like I can justify that going into a store, and you can, when we're shopping and it's at Walmart, I can sneak it into the cart and you don't even notice when it's, when the bill gets rung up, because my wife's not going, what was the extra $60?
As opposed to like my $50 transformer that used to be like 20,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you were talking about that Rebel ship that's coming out. All I could think of is that's our generation's USS Flag, because
Yeah,
that
pretty
G.I.
much.
Joe aircraft carrier, that is the sort of the mecca for so many people. My friend Brian, who, we're talking about doing podcasts, Brian's goal, and if I ever could, I would love to just go over to his house and say, I just brought you a USS Flag, but he has nowhere to put it. It's
right.
As kids, where did you put it?
We're contemplating, and my wife's given me permission for this, to build a hangar in the other part of the laundry, the basement, the more utility side, because I have like the Legacy Collection Falcon, that's like 3 feet wide. I got the Mandalorian Razor Crest, that's super huge. I got that Playmobil Enterprise, the one that's like 4 feet long and has all the figures. Like, so these all have to go someplace. So she's like, yeah, just do them. I'm like, all right.
Can you get that in writing now, please?
Yeah, right.